Welcome to the swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Mississippi State Bulldogs taking on the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Florida Gators offense comes onto the field first today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Dropping back, it's Flagway. The sure hands, it's Hansen. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Bulldogs offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback in this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds his man, it's Mosley. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him think I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page, first down.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He's knocked down in the backfield, and even that spin move couldn't create space.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
Gonna run it. It's Booth. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get back to pass. It's Shapen. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Williams. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Yeah, and it's nice to have guys like this on third down, on money downs that you can go to, and you know he's going to win. Hit the gas, hit the brakes, create a little bit of separation. Nice job.
And the Bulldogs are rolling down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a third and long. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a third down stop.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick six. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Handoff to the single back.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now the defense will try to rise up on third and short from the 21. Back to throw, it's Flagway. The quick out. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
Obviously, third downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the first down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
Last two runs got a big fat nothing. Let's see if they try to go up top on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Calls for the fair catch, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On the ground, it's Jackson. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Handoff from the shotgun. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on third down. Back to throw, it's Flagway. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that field goal is going to tie us up here in the first quarter.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Bulldogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Rides the back and leaves it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Quarterback on the keeper. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's fourth and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Williams. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Trying play action. He tries to take the top off. Makes a grab down the left side. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The give from the gun. He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Looking for a man. It's Shapen. Got it in the middle. It's Thompson. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Now on first and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. Snaps it in the shotgun. Trying to bull his way in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
That's an area of the field the quarterback just cannot take a sack on. Second down, down inside the 5-yard line. If it's not open, you just got to throw it away, because now you've backed yourself up even further. It's going to be even harder to throw this thing into the end zone or to score a touchdown. That's going to be a learning opportunity for this young man.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. These two teams feeling each other out a bit, down 10-3 as they open this drive. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Pressure coming. Catch in the middle, it's Hansen. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. You saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level, and with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He'll pull it on the read. Breaks into the open. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Gators letting this guy do it himself the way Tebow used to do it when he'd pick up steam going downhill and getting first downs.
Yeah, whatever it takes. Man, I mean, I know I have running backs, but when I got quarterbacks that are also dynamic and can make plays in the run game and get me extra first downs, if I'm the Gators, I would do the exact same thing, whatever it takes.
Got it behind the line. It's Wilson. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt. You throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get it first.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Here's a heat. It's complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Coming out with it, it's Evans. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Leaves it with the back. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
You know, on a 3rd and short like that, you just have to have great chemistry between the quarterback and his receiver. They just couldn't get on the same page. Now it's up 4th down.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've had a couple of drives bogged down, had to settle for field goals, and now they'll try to get it into the end zone this time.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Grab behind the line. It's Wilson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
That had to be a coverage bust because there's no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Off play action. Pocket breaking down. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the 1st down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
They punted away on 4th down. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Gives it on the option. There he goes. Smashes through the tackle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Shapen. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
And the punt will hit at the one, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. The give to the back. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, the inside give. At the 35, he's loose. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. He's in open space downfield. Turning it on. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And the Gators, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Right on the money. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, the slot receiver's running the in route there, and he does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense right over the middle of the field.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Florida! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Lining up to add another. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thompson. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Toss to the outside. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's shaping. Sets up the screen. Thought they had something set up there, but he'll be stopped just short, and it'll be 4th down.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that 1st down.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more
wide open spaces. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. They'll give it to the back. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
On the ground, it's Jackson. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. The Gators line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On the option. Now the pitch. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! Great job by the back on the option.
And that's why it's so tough to stop an option offense in plays like this, because defensively, you've got to be so good with your assignments. Someone needs the dive. Someone needs the quarterback. Who's got the pitch man? That time, nobody on defense had the answer.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Offense gets set for second down. Finds his man. It's Thompson. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. That was a good read there. Not the biggest gain in the world, David, but take up the space they're going to give you in the zone.
Yeah, make it easy, man. Make the right decision. If he's open, get it to him, get some positive yards. Basically a run play.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Back to pass, it's Shapen. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
Caught behind the line. It's Thompson. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Off the play fake on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Out of the backfield, he's open.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Shapen. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Thompson. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Traore. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Caught in the backfield, it's Traore. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Shapen. Using the quick game. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Rides the back on the option to give. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. They pulled a little closer, now down 20-13.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll try the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll leave it with him. Runs through the tackle. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to our men in the swamp.
The Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. A quick pass to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Nice move there. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And on 2nd down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a 3rd down situation where you had to throw the football.
He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys, they've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback and the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rallying to the football, nowhere for him to go and creating a big loss.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And that's a picture-perfect start for this defense. To start the second half now, your team's got the lead. You get to stop right away, get the ball right back to your offense to try to expand this lead. Nice start to the second half.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Grabbed behind the line, it's Hansen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football, great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. The play-action fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Livingston. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. To the air, it's Lagway. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll keep it himself. Picks up the first down, still moving. How about that job to get down in the nick of time to avoid the big hit?
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch. It's Williams. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Traore. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Thompson. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there and they create a negative play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Here's the handoff. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. Trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. They'll run play action. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
This kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll bring him to within 4.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. Got his man downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Caught in the backfield. It's Wilson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw it. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Gators are flying down the field. On the run, it's Jackson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the fly motion. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits him right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Shapen. Caught over the middle, it's Mosley. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
The Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Thompson. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Traore. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
They'll run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back looking for help. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking for space, it's Jackson. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the running back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To throw, it's Flagway. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Quarterback on the keeper. Spins away from the defense. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Gators move the chains on the designed run for the quarterback. Another facet to this offense.
Yeah, and so many things to defend. You think about the Gators, you think about speed out wide, you think about speed and playmakers at running back, and now you throw the quarterback into the mix, and I think that's when you've seen them have the most success in the recent history. Just a guy at the quarterback spot that can absolutely hurt you.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
This time they'll go to the running game. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Florida! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he finished things off with that 36-yarder for a score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Looking to throw, it's Shapen. Hauls it in. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for us.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Zings it complete to the right. He gets up to the 15-yard line as they're working their way away from their own end zone.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Final play of the quarter coming. Looking downfield, it's Shapen. Grabbed over the middle, it's Traore. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down, looking for more. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Complete to the right. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
And you just want to keep pressuring them and keep making them use the clock, give them the underneath stuff. And again, when they drive the football down the field, I just can't give up touchdowns. Field goal at this point is not going to hurt my defense.
Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he can really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
With jet sweep pass. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Looking for space, it's Booth. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He got it. Now the lead is down to 11. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll run it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Might as well stick with him. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Bring in the heat. Caught near the sticks. It's Hansen. Breaks into the open. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Got it behind the line. It's Sturdivant. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Got it in the middle. It's Wilson. He's now over 150 yards on the day. They're finding ways to get him the ball, much like the Gators did in 07, getting it to Percy Harvin, who had 100-yard receiving games and 100-yard rushing games that year.
He was just such a weapon. When you got weapons, you learn how to use them, and you learn how to deploy them in all kinds of different ways. If I'm Florida, continue to find ways to find that guy, because whether it's zone, man, whatever, he wins.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Here's the pressure. Catch in the middle. It's Wilson. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse, and field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Williams. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They were trying to hit the corner on that loss, but the defense refused to lose contain.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Wide open downfield. Turning on the Jets. He's at the touchdown, Mississippi State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a bang, a 71-yard scoring strike. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
So now it's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. It's complete on the right side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Lagway. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
The Gators line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. They'll rely on running behind the big left tackle here. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. Got out of trouble and throws. Pulls it in. It's Mosley. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Looking to throw. Here comes the heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Hauls it in, looking for space. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the fourth quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
The give as they work on that clock. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air. It's Lagway. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Last drive was a quick 3-and-out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
To the air on first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
That's a big-time blow, man. Once you get that under that 3-minute mark and you're down by multiple possessions, you got to put something together. The last thing you can do is turn it over because that clock is not your friend.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. Give to the running back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Grab behind the line. It's Wilson. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Gators really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. He'll pull it on the read. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all, just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Shapen. This time it's complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, when you're running the crow route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the first down.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Allen.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. caught over the middle. It's Traore. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive gain for my offense.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Spits it out to the back. It's complete. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down. Wants to throw again. That's reeled in. It's Traore. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
To the air, it's Shapen. Going for it all. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits the uprights. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand.
And this has to feel great for this offense. To come out here in front of your home crowd and make as many plays as you made, it's going to build a lot of confidence moving forward.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. And this field goal attempt might just seal the deal by making it a 3-score game late. And they get the icing on the cake, and that might make for some long memories after this one.